And we're back to discuss Zoolander 2, and if you saw our review, we enjoyed the movie. It was a fine sequel. Didn't feel like a complete retread of the first one. It didn't feel like they were, just hammering and hammering on hitting the same beats or making fun of the fact that they've gotten old since then or any of that kind of thing. The storyline's pretty good, and the jokes worked. There was something to make you laugh every couple of minutes or so. Something landed every couple of minutes. There's plenty of jokes, but it's not one of those comedies where there's like one standout scene or one thing that worked better than something else. There's one just sort of offhanded miscarriage joke that just kind of came out of nowhere and really shouldn't have been there. Just kind of it wasn't funny, and it was kind of insensitive for it to be in the movie like that. At least that's the way I felt about it. But other than that, I thought it was really good. It was really funny. What'd you guys think?
I think it suffered a little bit because of that miscarriage joke, especially the fact that it's right at the end of the movie. Mm-hmm. So it's like you have this good movie that's really funny, and then it's like, here's a horribly uncomfortable joke that falls flat at the end.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't feel quite the same way, given that it's a male who's saying it, and, he wouldn't be pregnant in the first place. They were maybe just kind of riffing off that.
Yeah, it's just... Kiefer Sutherland's character through the whole movie was playing a female role.
Pretty much.
And so that's why it was like...
So it felt like that.
It felt... Yeah. It just felt...
He was kind of the spokesperson for the...
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that really wasn't... Like Aaron said, like it just sort of... It deflated the end of the movie for it to be there like that.
Mm.
Because other than that, like, Kiefer Sutherland was my favorite part of the movie, and so that was just sort of a bad choice, I think. But
yeah, I was kind of shocked with how much he's featured in the trailer. Benedict Cumberbatch's character wasn't as big a part as I thought he was going to be. I thought he was going to be one of the major villains.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. I mean, they kept mixing it up, and I think they had people that worked and people that didn't work. They didn't do enough with Benedict Cumberbatch for it to really be like, I didn't really care whether he was there or not.
Yeah.
Like, Sting's in the movie about as much as Benedict Cumberbatch is, and that was a really funny surprise. And I like that they kept a lot of that stuff surprises.
Yeah.
They did keep it a surprise, but they allude to the Sting thing through the entire movie.
No, I mean, like, in the trailers and stuff before I didn't know Sting was going to be in this movie until...
I didn't either.
20 minutes in when they started doing the phone call
Message
and stuff.
in a bottle.
The only cameo that I knew from the trailer was Bieber.
Yeah.
And he is dispatched in the most wonderful way.
Yeah. And I thought they would play up like more of those guys getting killed as cameos, but they didn't. They just had like that screen
that popped up. Even Bruce Springsteen was on there.
Springsteen with
Madonna.
Aquavita,
was it?
Aquavita. Yeah. That was awesome. And the Aquavita commercial. Was that not the greatest commercial ever?
That was hilarious.
The trailer makes you think that Kristen Wiig's a big part of the movie too, and she's really not. She's
I didn't know that was Kristen Wiig until later.
Yeah.
I forgot that she was in it.
Had I not known that she was cast in it, I would have not got it from her face.
Yeah, she kept looking like her mannerisms looked a little familiar, but not like all the makeup was like.
Yeah.
I like that they got pretty much everybody back from the first movie.
Well, yeah, they brought Milla Jovovich back for one scene, and it turned out that Kristen Wiig was Milla Jovovich the whole time. Like, she was wearing a mask, and that's who she was. Which that's a really clever way to do that. I also think that like they didn't really want to have like Milla Jovovich in the whole movie. Like, she's not really doing much anymore, so it was probably a smart thing to have Kristen Wiig do that part, but then you find out that, oh, that's not a real like character. That's actually a disguise.
That's good though, because it kept a surprise towards the end. You know, it was something to still have happen.
Yeah, and I did keep wondering like when she was going to come back, because they showed her picture a couple of times, and they kept talking about how like she was one of the ones that was arrested, and she showed back up with.
Oh my God!
With Will Ferrell at the end.
Gosh, what was his name? Donatari. He was the worst. Oh my God!
Was that the hipster he did?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Every time he talked, I just like.
They're so lame. I loved it.
It was so hipster. It hurt.
Dude, do you get it, dude? Dad, you get it, dude? Oh, dude, you get it, dude? Yeah.
God, that was so bad.
And that was Justin Theroux, right? That played Donatari. Yeah, he was like one of the writers.
I was sad that they didn't get David Duchovny back as the hand model. That would have been a great cameo.
Oh, I forget about that.
But that's another one that's like they don't need to bring that. That's another thing that like I would have called bullshit, like sequelitis. Yeah, where you're if you pull absolutely everybody back from the old cast, it's much better that they had Kiefer Sutherland. Well, no, and that they brought like all this fresh blood to do kind of the similar stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, like Penelope Cruz is a washed-up swimsuit model. You know, so they have her instead of the washed-up hand model. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they had these other things that were there to make it work. And Penelope Cruz wasn't like, I mean, she was a key part of the script and a key part of the movie, but like her character wasn't really like, they didn't give her a whole lot to do.
No.
Except for the swimming scene.
Yeah, I mean, she delivered some exposition and then
and
the swimming
sexy
scene.
fight.
And the sexy fight with Mila Jovovich.
But you know who really got the movie started off really well? Billy Zane.
Yeah.
Billy Zane
As
delivering
himself.
people's Netflix.
Yeah.
That is just amazing.
Yeah. Who apparently he's working for Will Ferrell,
Yeah. That's
setting all of that stuff up. Because he was working for Kristen Wiig, who turned out to be Mila Jovovich, who was working for Will Ferrell.
yeah. It was incredible and ridiculous.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, it's still funny, it still makes you laugh. The original, I think, was funny because it's so unexpected and you had seen something like that before. Like, it created this sort of style or whatever. Like, it created the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's not like one of those things where half the fun is ruined because you've seen this kind of movie before. Like, it's a little bit less funny than the first one because you've seen it before.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
But at least they didn't, like you're saying, they didn't try to just rehash it and go note for note all the same jokes. The tone was different, and they intentionally made it a completely different place.
Right. It's not like the Austin Powers movies where they just do the same thing again and then they add like another character or two. It's its own story. It just has some of the characters come back and and do that sort of stuff. And yeah, I really thought it was good, and I thought them writing out his wife the way they did worked. I think that was like a successful way to do it.
It was I thought it was quite funny, the catching up part at the beginning. I'm just here's what's been happening since the first one.
Well, yeah,
There's some
the
pretty funny
school
stuff in
lasted
there.
2 days, and
down.
it killed her and like scarred Owen Wilson, and
Yeah.
Scarred Owen Wilson.
yeah, is hideously disfigured. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I liked it. That's Zoolander 2. If you like the way we do these, please like the video, subscribe, check out all the written and video reviews at dalemaxfield.com, and thanks for watching.